You certainly lose self-esteem losing your hair, but you also lose part of your identity. Losing it so young, you feel this is unjust. It's just a slow robbery. Hello, I'm Patrick Strudwick. It's very early on a Monday morning. I'm at the private clinic on Harley Street in London, and I'm here for my hair transplant. I don't think anyone takes a decision to have a hair transplant lightly. I sort of feel like I've become just a bald clone, like I look like every other bald person. So that's kind of why I'm here really, because I sort of want back part of myself that's been removed. And I know it sounds very vain. I am a massive wimp, so
About 3 people.
like pain makes me anxious.
Yeah.
So I'm liable to be fairly sweaty and anxious.
Patrick suffers from a classic male pattern baldness. It's a mixture of his genes, his age, and his lifestyle that has contributed to his hair loss.
Once the anaesthetic is setting in, the doctor will cut the hair almost to a sort of zero crop, if you like, so that he can then start extracting the follicles. So then he sets about taking out the hair with the root and surrounding cells. And then all those hairs are placed in a container.
If you look at the old hair transplant, they used to look like pubic hair because the sweat gland was destroyed. The only function of scalp hair is to produce sebum, sweat.
The procedure involves picking grafts individually from the back of the head and transferring to the front. The logic is behind the procedure is that hair at the back of the head are permanent, and once we transfer them to the top, they're bound to stay and continue to flourish.
I wonder if Ross Kemp's ever thought about having a hair transplant. This is what Ross should be doing. I think it helps to sort of not visualise what's going on, so I just took myself on holiday, mentally obviously. I think Dr. Reddy's measuring different bits of my head.
Yeah.
He is going to conclude that I have a very big forehead, which I think we both knew anyway. It feels like I'm at the hairdresser. There's just someone above me sort of snipping away, which is very odd because I haven't been to a hairdresser since 1998. Either I have the top and front of my head 100% thick and perfect and just completely leave the crown, or do some on top and some on the crown. So it was a bit of a Sophie's choice, but in the end I decided to go with half and half.
That's the last hair going in.
Yay! Oh.
It's just too excited.
Round of applause for the maestro. You're quite brutal with it. I'm relieved it's over. It has been quite a long 2 days, albeit amusing and eventful. So it's now 3 weeks since the procedure. I still have a little bit of pink just here, and I've lost probably about 30% of the hairs that were implanted. They will grow back in a few months, but it does take a few months. Completely normal to lose anywhere from 10 to 90% of the hairs in the first few weeks. It's called shock loss. But as you can see, pretty good coverage. I'm very happy with it. I feel 22 again.